Does your summer need a boost? Get ready to power up your home with Wayfair's Black Friday in July. Starting July 26th, you can get up to 80% off everything home. Save on living room updates, home decor, outdoor, and way more. Plus, flash deals you don't want to miss. And get free shipping site-wide. Shop Wayfair's Black Friday in July from July 26th through 29th. And head to wayfair.com to start shopping our lowest prices of the summer.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
On today's Smart 7, US President Joe Biden drops out, global IT outage continues to cause chaos, and lots more. It's Monday 22nd of June, it's International Brain Day, and happy birthday, Selena Gomez.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
There was major news from the US on Sunday as President Joe Biden announced he would no longer be accepting the Democratic nomination for the 2024 presidential race and ending his re-election campaign. The 81-year-old has faced mounting pressure to step down in recent weeks following a poor presidential debate performance last month. Tributes have been pouring in for the president from many in his party, including from former South Carolina State Representative Bakari Sellers.
Joe Biden has been one of the most consequential and transformative presidents this country's ever seen. And by stepping aside and doing so today, he continues that mantra of being that transformational candidate.
With just 4 months to go until Election Day, it means the Democrats will now have to choose another candidate. And Biden's already given his endorsement to current Vice President Kamala Harris. She issued a statement on Sunday evening saying her intention is to earn and win the nomination while also uniting the party. She's had major backing already from Biden and Bill and Hillary Clinton, but not directly from Barack Obama. Congressman Eric Swalwell says she's the best person for the job.
I fully support Kamala Harris. And in fact, she's been trained by the best. Joe Biden was a vice president himself, and so she probably had the best mentor to work under. And she's tough, she's smart, she's real, and she's everything that we need as we go up against somebody who would take away every freedom.
She's less than a month into the job, but new Chancellor Rachel Reeves has already come under fire for not committing to lift the two-child benefit cap. The cap, which was introduced by the Tories in 2017, prevents most families from being able to claim universal credit or child tax credit for a third or subsequent children, and there's lots of pressure from Labour backbenchers to scrap the policy. But Rachel says she's not willing to make unfunded spending commitments.
It costs more than £3 billion a year. And we were really clear during the election that we were not going to make spending commitments without being able to say where the money was going to come from. If we're not able to say where the money is going to come from, we can't promise to do it.
She's also placed blame on the Tories for leaving public finances in a dire state, but her predecessor Jeremy Hunt says it's all nonsense.
What is absolute nonsense is this business of the worst economic inheritance since the Second World War. And I think the reason that she's doing this is that she wants to lay the ground for tax rises.
This is completely a prop. It's not working at all. I may as well close it.
Interesting, my laptop is running fine.
That was journalist Anna Jones shutting off her laptop after Sky News lost many of its broadcasting capabilities this weekend due to a global IT outage. Industries across the world face similar issues after cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike pushed a faulty update to millions of enterprise customers, leaving thousands of Windows PCs stuck on a blue screen of death. And the knock-on effects are likely to continue after thousands of flights were cancelled and doctors were forced to revert to pen and paper. Dr. James Mayer explains how the outage affected GP surgeries.
We just don't have any way of accessing your records. We simply can't access results, prescribing, all of the things on which we entirely rely.
Six people were killed following a series of Israeli airstrikes on the Houthi-controlled Yemeni port of Hodeidah on Saturday, just one day after a Houthi drone hit Tel Aviv, leaving one person dead. It comes as Israeli PM Netanyahu called for a delegation charged with negotiating a hostage deal with Hamas to be dispatched this Thursday. Meanwhile, Friday saw the International Court of Justice come to a landmark decision on Israel's occupation of the Western Bank. In a damning statement, the court advised Israel to end all settlement activity, which it found goes against international law. Here's the court's President Nawaf Salam announcing the decision.
The court is of the view that the regime of comprehensive restrictions imposed by Israel on Palestinians in the occupied Palestinian territory constitutes systematic discrimination
Still to come on the Smart 7, McLaren finished 1-2 in Hungary, and Hugh Jackman's been cutting onions on the Deadpool set. Right after this.
This season, Instacart has your back to school. As in, they've got your back to school lunch favorites like snack packs and fresh fruit. And they've got your back to school supplies like backpacks, binders, and pencils. And they've got your back when your kid casually tells you they have a huge school project due tomorrow. Let's face it, we were all that kid. So first, call your parents to say I'm sorry, and then download the Instacart app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes all school year long. Get a $0 delivery fee with your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 an order. Additional terms apply.
Welcome back. It was a weekend to remember and maybe also to forget for the McLaren F1 team after their drivers finished 1-2 in Sunday's Hungarian Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri finished just 2 seconds ahead of his teammate Lando Norris to claim his maiden F1 victory, but it wasn't without its drama. While Piastri was in front for most of the race, a well-timed final pit stop for Norris allowed him to take the lead over his teammate, and for a while he seemed on his way to a second F1 win. But he was ordered by McLaren to drop back and allow Piastri to pass him, which he refused to do until the pair were just 2 laps from the end. Despite the nail-biting finish, Piastri seems delighted with his first victory.
Very, very special. This is really the day I dreamed of as a kid, standing on the top step of an F1 podium. Obviously a bit complicated at the end, but thank you to the team for an amazing effort, an amazing car. It's a hell of a lot of fun racing with McLaren, so I can't thank them enough.
Deadpool and Wolverine gets released this week, and its cast and crew have been all over social media recently building up the hype. Producer Wendy Jacobson sat down with Virgin Radio this weekend to talk about the new film, but she couldn't stop gushing about its star Hugh Jackman. Here she is talking about how his performance on set brought people to tears.
He is such an extraordinarily talented actor and such a real presence, and by the way, a wonderful human being. There are several days I can remember in the tent, people being so moved by his performance, moved to tears multiple times, and it's just a real joy and pleasure to work with him, really.
The election of a new pope by the College of Cardinals has always been shrouded in secrecy, which makes it the perfect backdrop for Edward Berger's new psychological thriller. Based on a book of the same name, Conclave stars Ralph Fiennes as Cardinal Thomas Lawrence, who's been tasked with finding a successor to the recently deceased Pope, but he soon finds himself in the centre of a conspiracy which could threaten the existence of the Catholic Church. The film's star-studded cast also features Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow and Isabella Rossellini, and it's coming out in November, so don't miss out.
How has this been kept a secret for so long?
We'll never find a candidate who doesn't have any kind of black mark against them.
Although we sisters are supposed to be invisible, God has nevertheless given us eyes and ears.
You should be careful, Thomas.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
If you want years of better sleep, then you have to upgrade your bedding during Boll & Branch's annual summer event. Right now, you can get Boll & Branch's best-selling, naturally cooling sheets with their best offer of the season. Feel the difference night after night of light and breathable sheets made with the highest quality materials. Shop the Boll & Branch annual summer event now for 20% off site-wide. Plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with code BUTTERY. Limited time only. Exclusions apply. See site for details.